spun out, was doing it with the greatest of intentions, was to help people. But there were some elements of it that were considered condescending. For example, one of the advice was, you know, do some of your chores, do some chores, or take on some of the household, you know, tasks so that your family will see you as an adult. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about adults who have to move back in. But the crux of the issue was the Department of Housing, who decided to repost it or upload the video to their socials. And I mean, the reaction from opposition on Monday evening was so strong. So many people came out against it. Not just opposition, like people in general were not happy that the department put that video up.
Yeah, and I think the impression was given that this was a Department of Housing video, and I think everyone sort of thought that initially, in which case it would have been absolutely tone deaf to the point of trolling young people to be putting out this video, telling them how to move in with their parents and, you know, washing dishes, all that sort of stuff. It was almost, you know, it was almost like a parody if you look at it in that sense. So yes, that was the impression given, that it was the Department of Housing putting out this video, in which case, as I said, it would be, you know, tone deaf to the point of like trolling young people who are living at home. However, then it became clear that it was actually spun out, but nonetheless, the Department of Housing did put out this video. And I think that was strategically unfortunate on their part, because it sort of highlighted the failures in housing and the fact that, you know, this advice has been given, so many young people are moving back into home, and highlighting a real, not just a housing problem, a sort of sociological, societal problem. And I thought there was something very sad about the video. You know, it was probably, could be accused of being condescending in tone, but the way it was sort of advising young people how they should go about getting the respect of their parents to be treated like adults, you know, and they're moving back in with their parents. So yeah, it was definitely a faux pas on the part of the Department of Housing, and the minister himself said it was the word misconceived was the term he used, which I thought was a sort of odd term to use that didn't really reflect just how viscerally annoyed people felt about this.